Hey, Thomas. How are you doing? Happy Thursday to you.
Hey, happy Friday Eve.
It's good to be here.
It
seems
is.
like I haven't left because orgies we're following end at just after 7, I think. So,
Time zones are can be rough depending on what you're following and where. Because actually, just prior to sound check, I had someone reach out to me and saying, "Hey, can you shoot me the link to the show?" I said, "Yeah, no problem." So I get on my phone, go look for the link, and I'm like, "Oh, he's still live." So I know there's no link going get, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's right, Utah." So he's going to be working all day with no break.
it's a long day, and we don't take lunch breaks anymore with this case. We're just running
Right
straight all the way through. It's a trial thing. Let's see if it works, but it does end up having a lot more people in the show because people like to watch and just have it running in the background. I think we get more of those.
Yeah,
So it's a win for the channel, but it's a lot of work for me.
indeed it is.
It's all good. You mentioned sound check like it's some professional thing we do. Don't think that any part of the show is professional. Okay, I don't want people to get the miss idea. There it is.
We got the tester.
What we were talking about right before the show. Sound check. I said, Thomas, that's a great shirt.
No, we basically get on about 30 minutes prior to start time, and we figure out who unplugged what unintentionally to where it's all wrong.
It's all on my side, but yes, I'm constantly changing cables. Can you hear me now? Can you? Yep, no, that's pretty much that sound check. But,
yep, little checks and balances and find where the errors are, and then we figure it out, and then we just kind of chit chat. We catch up a little bit about not relevant to the show, to anything else, just our daily lives, and then we go, "Oh, we were supposed to be live 1 minute ago. Let's go!" And then here we are.
Yep. What's the budget for the show? We blew the budget on Thomas's shirt, unfortunately.
We did.
So
We did.
at $20, we just cannot get back. So,
so the story of the shirt, and Melissa, thank you so much for the comment on it, is because during sound check, I was not wearing this shirt. But 30 seconds before we went live, I changed it and came back.
He had a different shirt on.
Correct.
Anyone gets thirsty in chat, he had a different shirt on.
Yes, thank you. And so I sit back down with this shirt on. It's got, wait, did you just change your shirt? I said, I did. And it's a tester, because this has been for sale for a very long time in our pickleball shop. And I've always looked at it and went, I kind of like it. I can't see myself wearing it, but I kind of like it. I'm intrigued. And then it was rather expensive for my liking as well. Well, 6-ish months later,
75% off.
Ching. I walked by and it's on sale for $20 and my size. So I said, I'm getting it because I don't have one like it. And I'm going to wear it on the podcast and see if I get roasted in chat or if someone says they like it.
You got a compliment right off the bat. So more Hawaiian patterned shirts to follow, I'm sure.
This might be one and only.
But say who's Thomas. Oh my goodness.
That's me.
Oh, not the shirt. I read that wrong. I thought it was so I hate it. Say, but who's Thomas? No, it was just so I hate to say, but who's Thomas? Thomas is one of our moderators and good friends of the channel. He's been around for since the beginning, and we met doing this when I started live streaming. And he volunteered to help me out when I was floundering with I think it was a riot we were covering.
Late night.
He's like, "Look, you need some help." And I'm like, "I do." He came on, and we just had such a blast that he proposed the idea. He said we should do a podcast together, and it just was like, yes, 100,000% yes. And that was 4 seasons and 7 episodes ago. So,
and here we are. 4 seasons and 7 episodes, boring people to death later.
Yep. That's the thing. When you don't have a boss, they can't fire you.
That's right. We can just keep on trucking.
As perks.
No, it was awesome because I was doing, that's what I was trying to start a weather YouTube channel because that's kind of my sidekick. I love weather and went through some classes for it. And I don't chase, but I'll spot and things. And so during some of Scott's trials, if there was severe weather in areas, he'd let me come on the air and give a quick outlook for people for 10, 15 minutes and show them what's going on and what to expect from all over the country. And so that's how we started to kind of grow our friendship a little bit, because he gave me a little airtime with him without even knowing me or questioning me or anything. He just said, "Come on, sure."
He was basically just filling the silence. And I'm like, he provided feedback, and when we were trying to figure out why court's delayed, he's like, "Well, it's actually a tornado watch right here." It was great information, and just I recognized immediately that he's a man of many talents, and not just that, he's an incredible character, just sort of person I look up to, and how he lives his life. So said I'd like to be associated more with Thomas, and we ended up with the podcast. So thank you very much, by the way.
Character is a very accurate statement. Yep.
He's been called quite a character. But let's see. Mindy has a little comment over here I think you might like. Hey, Thomas, I got accepted into my local police department Citizens Academy, and I start in March. Not sure what to expect. Mindy, have you ever been tased before?
From my understanding, most departments don't do that anymore.
Boo.
For those of you that don't know, I went through our Citizens Police Academy, and then you guys have all seen Officer Brian. He's the one in charge of that. We became friends, and so the next season, I actually volunteered to help him throughout the Citizens Academy. So I've been around a lot. Mindy, it's going to be fantastic and a lot of fun. You're going to get a lot of cool information. You're going to see a lot how different units among that department work and operate and communicate. I can't speak for your department, but there is classroom time where you're sitting there listening to them talk and teach. Some of them do PowerPoints and show examples, but then there's other areas that were hands-on. I know for our department, we got to drive the police cars through obstacle courses. They interlooped our fire department with it as well, and we got to shoot the fire hoses and fire extinguishers and go on the ladder truck all the way to the top.
Oh, that's cool. I'm jealous. I did not get the fire experience.
That one was
fun. A machine gun, which was for the SWAT team. That was pretty cool.
So we got range time with our SWAT team, and they let us shoot their ARs at targets, and they walked us through, and they threw flashbangs and all sorts of stuff. So part of ours also included, which I don't know where you're located or the proximity, but we have one of the few of the state prisons just outside our town. It's a 10-minute drive. So one of those days included a full tour of that, when we literally were walking within 2 feet of some of the inmates, the good behavior ones that were out. But we toured all sections of them, the ones that were extremely heavy and rough to see. And then we actually saw things happening. It's real life, right? They don't pause the prison just because they were there. Someone was having a mental episode breakdown, and it was a rough situation to watch while we're standing right there. But it taught you a lot of what it's like inside but you get to leave within a couple of hours. You're not stuck there. Really insightful, educational, and heartbreaking at the same time, that portion of it. But you're going to love it. The Academy is fantastic. I've met people that I stay in touch with through it that I never knew before. So it's a really, really good time. You're going to be super excited.
Yeah, I'm excited. Do check in and let us know how it goes. I mean, don't just go and have fun. Come back and spread the word, because believe it or not, lots of communities are doing this. It helps with community involvement. It helps on a couple levels. I mean, on one front, it's like, this explains our budget, right? The citizens need to know where we're spending the money. Here are the tools we're using. Here's why we need them. And that helps on one front, but also helps just people understanding, why do police do the things they do? What's the reasoning behind it? And, a lot of times we look from the outside at an officer, performing a stop in a certain way, and we're like, oh, that is so rude. Why would he? Or, that's so thoughtless or careless. Why would he do that? And suddenly it starts making sense when you understand the training behind it. So yes. I highly recommend it as well. So thank you, Thomas, for the endorsing that as well.
Yeah. And quick add on, 12 mentions that she went on ride-alongs. Oh, yes. And during our academy, so hopefully yours does it as well, they gave out forms for those that would be interested after your academy to sign up and go on the ride-alongs as well. So a lot of people filled out that form, submitted them, and then when scheduled permits and they're open, you get the phone call, and for whatever time or date you're hoping to go, and they call you and off you go. And I highly recommend that as well. You never know what you're going to get. Some people go and it's a quiet, small ride-along, not busy, no big deal. And then others, like myself, was an action-packed graveyard shift ride-along that was included me getting involved in a foot pursuit and finding the suspect. so if you can,
I had to stay in the car in the exciting ones, but I did get permission to bring my camera. I had a shoulder-mounted camera at the time, a little news camera, and And so I filmed. It was like, and I'm like, cops is filmed on patrol with the men and women of law enforcement. You know, that was me, and I filmed it. And then afterwards, one of the the deputies I'd filmed with, was running for sheriff. And he's like, do you have any footage that we might be able to use? And he used some of the footage I shot in his little ad campaign, but like he showed at his little display table at the voting booth or whatever. It was
awesome.
a lot of fun. So good times.
That is fun. Those are good times.
Yeah.
So.
Welcome everybody. By the way, this is basically how the podcast goes. We talk about all the things that we hadn't planned on talking about, and none of the things that we had. But I'm glad to have a bunch of you here. If you're here for the first time, hang tight. It gets better, or worse, as the case may be. We've got a couple things on the schedule we've been teasing for a long time, and today is the day, as they say. But we're not going to start there. We're not going to start.
Are we talking about these?
Yeah.
Mine finally came in.
Just like my box.
There are more boxes.
That's coming. That's coming later.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
I made the mistake of eating dinner before this. If these are really bad, that could be very, very bad for the show. But we'll see. We'll see. Before we do that, I have to say, our first story actually starts with something that I've been seeing on social media a lot, and I didn't know where it was coming from. I was getting this little video from zookeepers, feeding orangutans. I'm like, why is this in my algorithm?
Mm-hmm.
But there's one particular orangutan that has been capturing the hearts and the cameras of people all over. I think it's in Japan.
Yeah. This is Punch, right? We're talking about Punch. Punch the monkey.
I did not see the story. You put it in here. I only knew that there was a monkey that kept like either attacking or bonding with the zookeeper and just wouldn't let him go. Every time he came in, he was like, "Oh, mom!" it was cute that way. But there's more to the story apparently.
There is, and I had no idea. My wife actually said, "Hey, did you see the monkey video?" And I went, "No," and it wasn't bonding with its mama. Its mama was rejecting it. And the videos are heartbreaking. The mom literally will like grab the monkey and like spin it around and throw it. And so what the zookeepers did, because there was no bonding, they threw this little stuffed orangutan in there. Well, that Punch clung to it. That was his life savior. And so after his mom would mistreat him, he'd run and grab it and he'd run in this corner and hug it and hide. I mean, it was the most heartbreaking thing I'd ever seen in my entire life. And so I told my wife, I said, is there a better ending to the story? Are you just going to leave me with that? And so anyways, the monkey, yes, an adult monkey ended up bonding and bringing Punch in and hugging on him and cuddling with him and accepting him into his little clan, which was, oh my gosh. I've told the stories of our animals in this house. So I told my wife, thank goodness. Otherwise we were going to Japan to adopt a monkey because that little guy's not getting left alone.
So the comfort plushie they sent in, it's a specific one, right?
It's specific stuffed orangutan sold from IKEA for $19.99. And I learned about this article because an old classmate of mine posted something on Facebook with the orangutan sitting in the front, the stuffed one sitting in her front seat. It said, after IKEA being sold out and all the scalpers on eBay, I finally found one. And I went, wait a second, what? So sure enough, I went online to IKEA, $19.99
eBay right now.
Sold out. So I jump on eBay and I saw them for like $50 and $80. I mean, it was crazy. So people literally saw the story going viral, saw where it was coming from, and then boom.
Holy smokes. $51.99 plus shipping. It's the $19.99, and they're actually advertising this as Punch's Comfort Orangutan. Like IKEA is fully bought in. They're like, yeah, it was us. that's our monkey. So Punch's Comfort Orangutan.
There he is, the little brown one.
Yeah. Holy smokes.
And if you want to view cruises, just click to the right on the ads that are coming in.
There's the algorithm at work.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. There's I'm not sure I can show you this one, but there's one of the pictures on eBay of the seller is clearly an AI image of the comfort orangutan, because it's a picture of an IKEA shopping cart with the stuffed animal in it, but the cart is being pushed by Punch. Like he's shopping. He's shopping and buying himself an orangutan. Pretty sure that didn't happen. But,
oh, it's so stinking cute. And the picture that I just showed on there, it's actually a tweet or an X, whatever they're called, from IKEA USA. And it says, "We're all Punch's family now," with a monkey in a crying face. And it says, "Hang in there, Punch, and keep going, Punch." So it's, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
what a good story.
Some meatballs. IKEA is going all the way to the bank with that one. They probably sold more monkeys than they sold furniture that week.
100%. Yeah. But it drives me wild about the scalpers. They know, oh, the story's going viral, where they get it from. So, someone probably bought 20 of those, whatever, they're on eBay. But it's just, you and I get got every time. These, the Pringles.
I paid $35 for mine. I'll tell you that right now.
Same.
$35 for a couple of candies.
Definitely not candy, but
well, we'll find in a minute. But
35, I mean, just awful. So that's our first story. They punched the monkey. So far, that's living a much happier life that is accepted by other adult monkeys. So that's good news.
And with those AI images up on eBay that just are not real, we'll go with that not real tag into our next story. Also, things that are not real.
Do you have an opinion on this, by the way?
This is unpopular, and people are going to flame me for this, but I don't like Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't like buffalo wings, period. First of all, I didn't know what they were. I'm like, what? I know it's not from a buffalo. Okay, so you've thrown me.
You don't like chicken wings? Like the boneless or bone-in at all? No matter the flavor? Really?
It's all bread. There's no meat.
What about bone-in that's not breaded? The traditional.
It's all bread. There's no.
They're not fried. The traditional with the bone.
I'll eat the drumstick. Like the drumstick. That's okay. But the little tiny ones, what size of chicken was that? It was a little. It's a chick. Probably the bigger thing is I don't like blue cheese, and that's like the go-to dip. For wings.
The spicy Southwest Ranch is the dip.
Okay. Well, the first time it was served to me, I was given the blue cheese, and I thought it was ranch. So I went to a very healthy dip on that one, because I can eat ranch with a spoon, and it was not ranch, and that probably turned it off for me for everything else. But
that would kill it for me too. Blue cheese is terrible. I like ranch, but the Southwest spicy ranch. Oh,
okay. Well, Buffalo wings might not be real as far as actually buffalo wings, but this lawsuit is. That's our story for that. Sorry about the segue. The judge threw out the lawsuit, ruled against a Chicago man who sued Buffalo Wild Wings, alleging the chain's use of boneless wings was deceptive marketing.
Mm-hmm. I've heard this argument on many talk shows.
It misleads customers into thinking that they're made of deboned chicken wing meat instead of deep fried chicken breast meat. Sorry, the fire department's going by. Like the whole fire department. As long as they keep going, it's okay.
Oh, they're getting closer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there they are.
It's the big truck. So he says that customers were expecting wings and were getting something else, and thus, hence the lawsuit. Buffalo Wild Wings responds, quote, specifically, the name and description of the products, i.e. boneless wings, leads reasonable consumers to believe the products are actually chicken wings, the complaint stated. BWW responded in a lawsuit in a 2023 tweet, which I'm pulling up right now, and it says, loading, spinning wheel of death. It's true. Our boneless wings are all white meat chicken. Our hamburgers contain no ham. Our buffalo wings are 0% buffalo. Yep. Like, you got me. We surrender. Where do we sign?
Fired right back. I've heard this on a lot of talk shows and podcasts. People argue that boneless wings, no matter the restaurant you go to, they're not boneless wings. They're just fancier chicken nuggets. And that's all they are, which might be true. And I think the vast majority of the world knows that. So to file suit and spend money over something everybody knows is kind of funny to me.
Where was his loss? Where was his, what was the damage done? Right? Because you're suing for damages, right?
Despite his best efforts, Hollum did not drum up enough factual allegations to state a claim, though he's standing to bring the claim because he plausibly alleged economic injury. He does not plausibly allege that reasonable consumers are fooled by Buffalo Wild Wings using the term. He can modify and refile his claim by March 20th.
I tell you, this has convinced me. I'm going to give him another try. I'll give Buffalo Wild Wings another try to eat, because now that I know they're chicken nuggets.
There you go.
Now that I know, and now that I know that the Southwest Ranch is the
and it's so good, it's the go-to. So Buffalo Wild Wings continued their tweeting snark because they celebrated on social media, stating, quote, "They're called boneless wings and will forever be called boneless wings."
Oh, they thumbed their nose at him. Love it.
I got them.
I love it. When you get the win, you get to take the victory lap. So to the victor go the spoils. Speaking of Victor, Thomas looks like an undercover cop, straight from Miami. No, that's awesome. I like it. I'm jealous a little bit. Speaking of Thomas, you're big into pickleball. Notice how I completely skipped
the article segue into what we're supposed to do. So what the fans don't know is we did an article on food, and so what I have in the rundown next is for us to dive into these. Speaking of food, and then but he bunny hopped the little asterisks that say "taste our soup," and he went to the next article.
There's no other way to tie into this. We'd have to put it off for another week or something, and I can't do that. All right, we paid scalpers way too much money for these to let them just sit on the shelf and go bad. Progresso, probably in a promotion that was dreamt up after a hard night of drinking, decided to sell these. Oops. See, you
awful concoctions. Yeah.
The can on the left is a real can of soup. This one right here. This is Progresso chicken noodle. Let me get my focus working here.
What's your expiration date on your can of soup?
Oh, where is it on the bottom?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to tell me because I can't read it. What does that look like?
It's something 27.
Oh, it's still good.
It's the same. November 20th, 2027, I believe.
They probably only made like 20 of these, and we got 2 of them. That's not the can I'm worried about. That's going to go in the pantry, and my wife will probably serve it for dinner one of these days. But
that's a $35 can of chicken noodle soup we've got right there.
Really?
These are going in the trash after tonight.
I don't know. I have hope for these little soup drops. You can see them here. Yes, it does look like cough drop medicine on a spoon, but they are not cough drops. These are absolutely it's not in a can either. It's in like a squishy. Oh, you opened yours already? I was going to do it's got the pull top. We're going to crank this audio here and give you the ASMR for the opening.
Sherry Smith says diet drops. I like that. That's actually good. I wonder, when people have procedures and you can only give them like an ice cube and whatnot.
I can't open this one.
It's very hard to open because the can has no structure. So it was a big pain when I did it. That's why I did it before the show, because I let's see the nutrition. 0 fat, 55 milligrams of sodium, 3 grams of carbs. What? I don't know. This is new to me.
Have you smelled it?
Sugar, alcohol, 3 grams.
Smell the can. Like, get your nose down in there. You've aired yours out already. Mine shipped with bad air.
Mine smells like dirt.
No, mine smells like compost. So all mine look brown as well. Look at this. Looking in. Maybe it's just the lighting.
They're supposed, like the 3 different colors they show in the front, the actual drops are much closer in color, all of them. Uh-oh.
I didn't
Tomato basil on the floor. You just spilled your soup.
Yeah. At least it wasn't hot.
So I figure we need to try the same flavor at the same time and then give our feedback after a second.
And our 3 options are
Gross, gross, and gross.
Beef
no.
pot roast, which is everyone's favorite Sunday dinner, right? Chicken noodle and tomato basil. I'd rather not do the tomato basil. Oh, you found all three.
It's difficult because the pot roast and the chicken noodle are so close. I feel like the chicken's going to be the best tasting, but tomato basil is my most favorite soup out of.
I just have pot roast. I'm not sure if I have any. I've been cheated. I have no chicken noodle.
No, you do. You have to.
Nope. Look at this.
We can't see that.
I will show you. I will show you. You can count them all. They're all just pot roast and tomato basil. I have no chicken noodle. Maybe if I write to the company, they'll remedy it.
Greeners has an idea. Do a blind taste test. We just grab one.
It's gonna have to be pot roast.
Every one of them?
No, the one we tried together. It's gonna have to be pot roast.
Because that's all you got. All right. Oh, I put mine down. Now I got to find it again.
You're gonna have to send me a chicken noodle. Like mail me one.
Okay, here's a chicken noodle. I'm gonna put this to the side for you.
Thank you.
Well, I'll try it first. If it's terrible,
then rewrap
I'll
it.
save postage.
Yes. I appreciate that.
All right, are you ready to do this? This is what the people want to watch us gagging.
Let me just say this: the coloration on these is terrible. Like whoever chose today in court, we had a lady who's like put really fancy like fog gray colors on a chart, on forest green. This is like poo brown. It's not good. It's not Sherwin-Williams.
Their color palette's a little off. Okay. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, pot roast right away, immediately. That is so gross. And for me, I hate that soup anyways. Oh, I didn't bring anything in my office to spit it out.
I'll mail you a water.
I have nowhere to discard this.
You gotta, it's gonna stay in.
No way. We did not set rules. This is terrible.
Okay. It's not just pot roast. It's like pot roast and bad gravy.
It's awful. So for Red's comment, should we pay her back with what we know she hates? Oh, terrible.
Oh, yuck, that more than her.
Oh my gosh. I want those armpit flavored jelly beans over this.
To wash the flavor out.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, these are bad. It's like burnt pot roast too. It's overcooked.
That is so gross. I do not want to do a different one.
Ugh.
That is.
I'm starting to have an involuntary reaction.
That is.
I said it was.
Oh my gosh. That is at least 10 times worse than I thought.
It is getting worse as we get further into the middle.
Oh.
Like, as the outer layers melt off.
I just swallowed it. There's no way I could keep eating it. That's gone. That is so disgusting.
I've still got like half a Werther's in my mouth, but it's okay. Imagine.
Oh my gosh.
Imagine you cooked pot roast yesterday and you left the crock pot out on, like it was still cooking with the roast in it. And then you turned it off for about 4 hours and let everything congeal. And then you just grabbed a spoonful of the flavor from the bottom. And that is this. It is burnt old.
And you have to add a gym sock into the crock pot. That's what it is for me. That is so terrible. So I have to try the chicken noodle solo?
Yep. I'm sorry. I would have, but I mean, I can count these for you. I don't have any chicken noodles.
That taste test out of all 4 seasons to me was the worst.
It still is. It's still. I've got half of it left. I don't want to bite it, but I also don't want to suck on it.
All right. I'm going to go with here's the chicken noodle. It's got to be better because I don't enjoy pot roast, a good pot roast soup anyways. I'll eat it, but it's not like my favorite. A good chicken noodle soup, I do enjoy. So I'm hoping this isn't as bad or we're cutting the show 30 minutes short.
And Thomas, let me just say, I so want to be there with you. Like in spirit, I am eating one as well. But
Here you go.
no, thank you. I'll just lick the screen and get the taste.
Less pungent right away. The flavor is not as fast and as strong. It doesn't taste anything like chicken noodle soup. It tastes like an odd, just flavored salted candy. Did we look up to see if these are actually like
they sodium?
Make the suit and then there's 55 milligrams of sodium in each.
Oh, good.
That's 3 carbs. Yes. Here's the one I don't know. Sugar alcohol, 3 grams. What's sugar alcohol?
There's definitely not enough alcohol in there.
No, they need way more grams to get through this. This does not taste good.
Nope.
But it does. It's not as atrocious as the pot at all. This, I never will eat one again. The last one made me want to gag.
I can tell you what I want to do now to wash out the flavor. I want to open up the Progresso chicken soup and just chug it, just cold, straight out of the can. Just to, that beef.
That was terrible.
It was just hits you right. It's right in the taste buds, obviously, but.
You know what I'm excited for?
What?
The beef hits so quick and it's so gross so fast. I cannot wait to give these to some people as candy to try, because
put them in a bowl and work on the table.
You can't spit them out in time. It just hits and it's awful.
It's still there.
This one, it's gross. It tastes nothing like chicken noodle. I'll never eat one again.
It's like a randomly bad flavored cough drop.
You know how most people don't enjoy cough drops?
Mm-hmm.
I literally would like to find the worst cough drop in the world, and I would eat 100 of those before I'd eat the beef one of these again all day. That was awful.
Well, there's only one left. I can join you on this one.
This one makes me nervous because out of all the soups, this is one of my favorites. I like to make these homemade. This is tomato basil. I like to make them homemade at home. If I can't, I will do a Progresso. I'm worried that it's going to make a terrible soup drop.
I've got a container of Heat and Serve Sam's Club tomato basil soup in the fridge right now, ready to go.
Red Pen, you're accurate. This is I'm not kidding you. Those nasty jelly beans, I would eat them all over again versus ever touching one of these.
Does yours have little black flecks on it? Like, is that
the basil?
You sure?
But I don't know, because my chicken noodle had those too. So I'm going with it was basil. All right, down the hatch.
Okay. There.
Nope. As a drop, it's so gross because it's a drop. But I will say, to me, it's the most realistic because I taste tomato. So it's real, but it's gross.
It tastes like a hard piece of tomato paste. Is what it tastes like with basil. They nailed the flavors. My goodness, the basil just comes alive. Holy cow!
I'm out. This challenge is over for me.
Nope.
No way.
I love tomato soup. Like I'm envisioning eating a saltine cracker with this right now, just to see if it would work.
There's no way that works. I wonder if we melt these down. Can you turn them into snow? Yeah. Oh, my wife and daughter are toast when I give them these candies. Water.
You might be toast shortly.
Good point. That's awful. Worst food challenge I've participated in on the podcast yet.
That is so bad. Why would Progresso do this?
It makes me hate their soup. It makes me want to boycott their soup now.
That one went in the garbage.
See,
I will say it was the most accurate flavor for me of the two.
Yep.
They nailed that. Oh man, my tummy's just like rumbling now. It did not like that. On top of all the taquitos I had for dinner.
Read the descriptions. Can you read them?
I might have to look in my boxes. Beef pot roast.
Just like mom's.
Just like mom's.
Not even close.
Tomato basil. Says what?
No. Tomato and basil.
Yes, that was right. And then the last one, chicken noodle with flecks of parsley.
That's okay. Now we know what's.
We have good news for all of you. We just saved you $35. You do not have to go out and buy these. They are not good. They're not good at all.
To
I
be honest,
I'll give the can a try, like the true soup can a try.
To be honest, this food challenge, I thought, okay, this one won't be bad. After the jelly bean episode and how rotten. I mean, those were terrible flavors, right? That was like what, sock water and armpit jelly beans and vomit and stuff. And I thought, and that was rough. And then we did the garlic stuff. That just kind of that was different, not the best. I thought these can't be that bad. The worst by far.
The problem is they're going for a good flavor. And it's
true. That's a good point.
It's like I expect sock water to be bad tasting. But this, just like grandma makes it, pot roast. You don't have to mail me that chicken nugget one.
No, you gotta try it. Noodle. No, you gotta try it.
I'm good. I'm real good. Let's move on if we can. Oh. My tongue still feels like, it does feel like I had like a bouillon cube in my mouth that I can't quite get rid of.
And you called it. You said that's more than likely what we're expecting. And it's like the garlic challenge. We're going to be tasting that for 2 days.
There was no sugar. I know it says sugar, whatever, alcohol, whatever. There was no sugar in there at all.
Or alcohol.
No. Disappointing on every front, apparently. But Thomas, you moving on to something that's better and than this. You often tell us about pickleball, one of your favorite sports now that you've picked up, and not just do as a hobby, but you're getting dang good from the rumors and the trophies I've heard of. So
getting better. Got a big tournament this weekend, Saturday.
ESPN.
Yeah.
National champions.
ESPN, the Ocho, where they just play dodgeball. But no, I love the sport. Like you said, I've talked about it many times. The biggest thing I'll say about the sport is I dogged it to the people saying you have to try it for multiple years until I finally did. And then I went, oh my gosh, it's not only fun, but it's, depending on the style you play and who you play with, it is actually quite a bit of fun exercise, because in my first 6 months, I lost like 10 pounds without changing my diet or anything else, just playing pickleball in the mornings for an hour. And, but yeah, then I got hooked and I'm completely addicted. So naturally, the algorithm does its thing. So when you're searching for stuff pops up, like David Rush.
Yep.
Everyone on the channel here knows David Rush, Guinness World
Record
holder. And he breaks his own records all the time because he's just so bored. But a new record popped up. And this is a pair of gentlemen in Grand Rapids, Michigan, that broke a world record by playing pickleball for 28 hours straight. And the rules were they were only allowed a 5-minute break every hour.
What do you think the score was at the end? Like, who won? Was it neck and neck up until the last minute, or was like hour 24 is like, yeah, I'm sorry, I just keep doing this to you, but yeah, you're losing.
Yeah, I mean, there's a other thing to that. It's pickleball singles, which is much more physically demanding than when doubles, which is fairly traditional pickleball style playing. And they played singles on a full pickleball court. Some singles matches, they do a half court and it's easier to manage. But no, they played on a full court singles, 28 hours. And their picture at the end, they're smiling and happy.
I think that's the beginning.
It's gotta be.
That was like, let's get a picture now before we're ready to throw the paddle at the other guy. And
yes.
Yeah. But that is a long time to play. I like watching people play computer games. And there was one person I liked watching. She's a really inspiring story. She was literally living in a car, homeless, and trying to live stream like Minecraft from the closet at her dad's work. That's how she started on YouTube.
Interesting.
And she's exploded into being, just very well known. And she's, fun to watch and everything. And she just has a lot of fun and just enjoys the gaming, and now provides for her mom and dad, pays for the home. It's her YouTube success has
Oh.
made her the breadwinner in the family, even though she's still young, like in her maybe late teens or early 20s. And so it's fun to watch that. But she did a 32-hour live stream
Holy
of playing
moly.
games. And she said, it's like back in the day when there was nothing else, the gaming would just take her mind off whatever the stresses of life were. And so she and her friends on the weekend would just play games nonstop. And she said it was just like that. Only I said, we're going to do it. Why not just stream the whole time? So she streamed for 32 hours.
Wow.
Incredible. If you watch Ian Runkle try to do the fundraiser.
That you take part in, right?
It is. It's exhausting. I mean, he's doing mental work as well on that, and organizing and entertaining and all that. But yeah, it's exhausting. So anyone who could do something for that long, for over 24 hours, is quite impressive. So congrats to the All In Pickleball Gym and the two bros who made it 28 hours for Guinness Book of World Records.
Brad and Caleb, and they took it on because they previously attempted this in 2024 and they fell short, so they did it again. I sent a text in my pickleball group.
So who's up to break this?
Nice, I did, and I got a hard no from every single person in the group. So
and you got unfriended. You're out of the group.
Yes. So. I tell you what, there's no way I could do anything like that. And I like to think I'm in decent shape and I play all the time, but I've got a tournament Saturday that's required a lot of matches and it's being scored a little bit differently. The games are a little different, and I'm worried I'll even just make it through my 6 hours on Saturday. I can't think about doing 28 more hours.
Yeah. And only a 5-minute break. I mean, that's run and get a bite to eat, run and grab some water, run to the restroom, and then back on the court for 28 hours. But it looks like it's done them good. I mean, they're fit. The dude on the right is like quads. They're like ripped,
massive.
That guy's he never skipped leg day. You can tell.
He definitely did legs more than he did anything else because those quads are massive. But there's a quote in there. One of them says, "I don't really know. I just kind of, when you get to the middle of like 20 hours or something, you just kind of black out." What? I'd black out after like 6 hours of being out there. I wouldn't make it all the way to 20 fully conscious. There's no way.
I wonder if they have sponsors. I mean, you don't show any in the picture, but now that they've got the Guinness Book of World Records, I'm sure there are a couple of companies like, hey, we send you some paddles, or maybe if you're
footwear would be the number one. That would be
money is.
Well, for what the feet they took on.
Yeah,
playing that on, because courts
is hard on their feet.
Yes, right. Courts are tough on your feet and playing court sports. So yeah, shoe company, I'd say, hey, what were you wearing? We'll sponsor you, and we're going to use your story. That's where I'd go with it for sure.
Guessing it was not just a pair of Converse slip-ons.
So.
No. the picture of them actually crops the shoes out of all the things. It's the one thing you can't see. We could probably determine what type of paddle they have, but you cannot see their shoes.
Not a sponsor. Or 6 Volt makes a great comment. Starbucks or Red Bull. That'd be another good one. Keep them going. Caffeine overload.
Yep.
But I can't get this taste out of my mouth. This is terrible.
It's coated my tongue. I've got beef pot roast.
Oh my gosh, I have Cheez-Its sitting over.
Oh.
I was just snacking on them last night when I was doing the podcast tonight. Oh.
I do too, but I just have the box.
Oh no.
I've saved it. No, thank you. I'll catch it in my mouth. Just throw it to me.
Oh, that is amazing. I'm so sorry.
I'm just looking at what I have to. I've got nothing.
Man, it's never tasted so good.
For some reason, I've got a Speed Stick deodorant, which I might lick right now because it seems a little bit better, but not a sponsor as well.
Way better than that pot roast.
Oh, I have some pickle lemonade mix. Probably not.
That sounds.
Let's see. Soothing lozenges made with honey. That's the winner. I've got some of those. So.
Nothing like washing down a lozenge with another lozenge.
Yeah. Oh, and they even look the same. Look at this.
Oh, no.
It's the same thing.
What if they just create a mixed flavor and just, this could be dangerous.
This could be honey beef pot stew.
Oh, no.
You can't open it.
That's a sign. That's a direct sign.
It's too hot in the office. I think the honey is starting to liquefy. Still tastes like beef.
Yeah, I wondered if it would.
The honey is not strong enough. Like I still have. It feels like I'm eating salt, and I know there's no sodium. I've had these before, and they're good. Oh, it's so strong.
That's terrible. Speaking of leisure sports,
yeah.
Have you ever played beer pong? Growing up?
Not a drinker. So the version of the game I played did not involve the consumption on the side of the game. But as far as just bouncing a ping pong ball into cups, I can do that all day long.
There you go. I want to say the vast majority of people have played a variety of ping pong, whether it's with the beer, whether it's with
full of cups and a ping pong ball. I mean, that's a weekend of fun.
Filled with water, soft drinks, or whether it happens to be beer or booze. Well, we've got an injury of beer pong, and I didn't know this could happen. The other thing is, it's a 19-year-old that gets injured.
Contact sport.
No, not supposed to be. But a 19-year-old, I wonder if he was in Canada or if he's in the U.S. Determines whether it's legal drinking age or not. Being 19,
might be confessing to a crime. Right?
But during a game, he was brought to the hospital because he had acute throat pain and couldn't swallow, difficulty swallowing, and abnormal breathing. And they have no idea why. No one can figure it out, even the injured individual himself. And they get in there, and the doctors do some testing. They run an X-ray real quick, and it turns out because the young man had a ball fall into one of his cups, and when he had to grab said cup and drink it quickly, he did so. And how he didn't notice, I don't know, but a bottle top was inside that cup, and he just down the hatch it went with the beer. Just whoop, and
they're slightly larger than a quarter.
Yes, and the edges
about 5 times as thick. It's that wow.
So he had to go into emergency surgery because it was in his upper esophagus, and they were worried about perforations and anything else if it made its way further. So they had to cut him open, go in there, and get it out over beer pong. Imagine being 19 at a party. You go to the hospital and this happens, and then your parents, that's how your parents find out that you snuck out to a party to play beer pong.
Are you able to click the plus symbol on the X-ray picture and share it? Because it's so clear.
Let me see if it's.
It is so clear. There it is.
Hit dismiss.
You get who is that? Winona Ryder or Reba McEntire or something in the corner as well. But the picture on the left, see that little circle about where the rib cage ends and the neck begins? That's not supposed to be there.
Oh,
you can even count the ridges.
That's it right here. Boop.
Ouch.
Oh.
So remind me, I thought, not being a drinker, I thought you made it into the cup, you get to drink it. So if it's fruit punch, it's like, yay, you're trying to make it in, or you're trying to make it in someone else's.
Well, it depends on the game you're playing, I guess. But in traditional beer pong, you're making it in your opponent's cup that's lined up in a pyramid right in front of them, or a triangle.
Like a bowling array, right?
Correct.
Pin array. Okay.
So you make it in their cup, and they have to chug what's in there and put the cup to the side. So you're trying to get all their cups knocked out, make them drink way more while you have your cups left.
Okay, so the idea is the faster you can get them to drink, the worse their aim gets.
Ideally.
So every game is pretty much just like a runaway winner, and one guy is completely sloshed.
If they're sober, and a lot of times you play with partners. And depending on the rules, some say, if I win, I beat you, all your cups are now off the table, and you've had all those cups, you now have to come over and finish all of my remaining cups as well. And then we play again. So
this is a bad idea.
Yeah, it's a terrible idea.
That's
why I haven't done anything like it in 20 years or more. So
it's a terrible game. It's like alcohol poisoning just waiting to happen.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
A healthy dose of peer pressure.
It's Greeners. It's right on the money. It's like Progresso soup drop hazing, but with beer.
That's pretty bad, Greeners. Speaking of which, I think I'm willing to give these away if there's somebody who wants them.
I'll donate mine. No, great. Now I got hiccups.
Yeah. I'm hoping the honey will eventually cover the roast in my mouth. I just cannot make it go away. It's so bad. That's terrible. What's the weirdest injury you've had in a sport? Can you think of one?
In a sport?
Yeah. I mean, you played hockey, so basically anything's fair game. Hockey, you've got things flying at 100 miles an hour. You've got people hitting you at full speed, and you have sharp objects flying around faces and fingers and toes. So anything can happen in hockey. I imagine you've probably seen or experienced a couple there.
Hurt my wrist playing pickleball. Yay for that.
Was it a fall? Was it like a hyperextension? Just repetitive use, tendonitis type thing?
It was just a repetitive use. I couldn't use my right hand anymore. My wrist hurt so bad, so I had to go into the orthopedic doctor and wear it's really, the technology is amazing. It's like, the shoes that don't have laces, they're called BOA, BOA.
Yeah. You just turn the knob and it just tightens up.
Yeah. So they did a cast that went over my hand and thumb and then went halfway up my forearm. They put it in the oven for a minute because there's like gel inside, and then they put it on, and then they cranked that puppy down, and then it formed a cast in like 2 minutes. So you wear it all day, sleeping, everything, but shower time, you just hit the little release button, pull it off, go in, take a shower, and then you slide it back on, and then do a little crank thing. Yeah, so I had to wear that for like 3 weeks.
I bet that gives you a super powerful backhand. Is that, just the firm wrist?
I need to try it because I have a terrible backhand.
Were you not supposed to play while you're wearing it? Is that part of the, you're supposed to rest it?
Yeah, he doesn't watch the show. So I took it off to play, and then I just wrapped my wrist with a whole bunch of tape. The thing is, I would have worn it, but it had a big support that went through the palm. And so I tried other braces and things to try, and I just couldn't. So I just took it off, and I did just the athletic tape, like heavy, which I still do to this day because my wrist gets sore. But no, hockey was the worst. It was one of my final seasons of my career playing. I got run over. I was down on my knees blocking a shot, and they called out the butterfly position. And then so someone ran into my upper body, and my knees just stayed there, and I went backwards. And so it tore my meniscus and everything all over the place, pretty bad. But it's a simple procedure, right? It's an outpatient thing. They just go in there and they scope it. But I would they said it was going to be 3 weeks rehab, staying off of it. And we had like 5 weeks left in the season. So I was like, I'm not doing that. I'll just play through it. So that one hurt. And that's the one that I feel the most when I'm overexerting myself and whatnot. My knees are ouchy.
Yeah. Well, my question to you about the silliest way you've been injured sort of thing was question number 2 in our last story of the day, which is basically just a whole bunch of random questions that you, chat, get to participate in through your answers. So Thomas and I are going to ask a couple of questions back and forth of each other and of you as well. And we're going to read some of the best ones and provide some that others have provided as well. So I will ask another one because I brought it up. And what is your greatest yet strangest talent?
When I saw that one, I thought, wow, that's such a great question. And then I went, I don't have one. I mean, I have a few talents, I think, or just maybe a couple. I mean, I don't even know if I have a couple, to be honest with you. Talents would be, I mean, I've been an athlete my whole life, right? So I can do certain things athletically that some people cannot. But that's not strange, right? So I can't think of a talent I have that's strange.
Well, to you, it's normal, but some of us actually struggle with cooking things on the grill. But for you, that's
but is that strange?
It's strange to me because I burn things all the time. As I was a kid, I used to be able to burp the alphabet.
I've seen people that can do that. I've tried.
I can like force myself to just inhale air into my stomach and then belch out. And while I'm doing the A, B, C, D, E, F, G thing, it took like three belches. And usually after, I'm not going to try it because you know what we did earlier in the show, right?
Oh yes, good point.
but it took like 3 or 4 belches. But at the end, like you'd like suck in some more air, and the stomach's like, no, I'm done. I'm just holding what I've got, and so you've got a tummy ache because you just consumed like 1.5 liters of air. That so don't recommend that. It's probably
no. We've got some in chat going up and down. Let's see. Gally May says
memberships if you do it, says Greeners.
Gally May says you can read upside down. Pamela says I'm great at backing car trunks.
Packing car trunks? Like fitting things in like Tetris style? Or backing into cars and hitting their trunk? I've done that one.
Tomato Troy, scaring people when not even trying. Melissa P sets off smoke detector every time she cooks.
Nice.
Rick Groove says
Pee-wee Herman
impersonating.
I'm guessing the voice. The cool. Voice, right?
Yes, ideally. But I'm Greener, so that's you if you're doing the burp thing. No, it says if you do the burp thing, you're going to lose a subscriber.
Yeah. I can't. Here's the thing. I would try on any other day, but after this taste test, knowing that I've consumed dinner, it would, nope, it would be the worst video on YouTube, and then we would delete it.
And it would go viral.
Not going to happen. Great answers. Couple hiding, says Lynn Taylor. Let's see. Getting put on lists, says Greener. Next question. What 2 items could you buy that would make the cashier most uncomfortable? And I said to Thomas, anything that Walmart sells in a locked case.
But they put cologne in a locked case.
I haven't seen that.
Really?
You got like a high crime Walmart?
No. Well, I guess maybe. I don't remember if it didn't used to be in a locked case. It is now.
Well,
I think. Oh no, I think what it is. I've noticed they have upgraded some of their colognes. They have a few high dollar ones they carry now. So I think they did it proactively. Is why it's in a locked case now.
Yeah.
Because before they just had like the $20 Axe cologne, right? So they were like, if that gets stolen, poor guy's gonna smell like Axe.
Please take it. People can spray it in the store and it stinks.
Yeah.
Tish says anything that vibrates, like little toys and things. Yeah, I was I had to buy something legitimate out of a case that had some of those things in it at the Walmart. I think I shared this story with you on the live stream, but I had to push the little button. Can we get an associate to come to the adult products case? The pager goes off.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, yeah. That was awkward more for me, but
I know as a youngster dating, when you're not fully grown up adult yet and you're still got some immaturities about you, it was going to the store and picking up female products for your companion, thinking like, oh gosh, oh no, and then you grow up and understand that's just life. But as a kid, that's
yes, I don't even want to be on the shopping trip as a kid, but now it's just like, hey, it's on sale. Do you want me to stock up?
Now I get extra.
so not a problem anymore.
No.
That's good. Do you want to choose a question for me and or chat?
Yeah. I love this. It doesn't matter your age, but it's kind of a funny one. What old person tendencies do you have besides falling asleep in your chair?
I said that's one of them. I'm going to get in trouble with anything I say, because if I say this is an old person tendency, and then it's like, this is a sharp edged question here.
I know. You should have told me to pick one. Well, I mean, I'll go with one. Seeing things realistically. Kids don't. And I actually stole that from someone who commented under our article, so that's not mine. Oh, okay. But I will say
you cheated. It says that on my screen too.
I like to go to bed early. When I was a kid, I would love to stay up late and to defy my parents' bedtime and stay playing the video games. And now, I shouldn't. The question should actually be, what adult tendencies do you have realistically? Because you couldn't pay me to just stay up till 11 o'clock. No, 9 o'clock hits. I can't get to bed fast enough. I'm excited. I want to go to bed.
I like staying up late still, but I have developed the get off my lawn attitude a little bit, but only for people like who I don't know, who are
Yeah.
you know, you're walking your dog, you just let it poop in my yard, you're doing nothing about it, and now you're cutting across my lawn. That's when I get off my lawn. I mean, it's a great time to take the shotgun outside and clean it on the front step in the right, the sunshine. There's
I'm on board.
uh,
I'm on board with that.
there's a level of disrespect. I think that's my old person tendency, is that I have developed a healthy respect for people and understanding in most cases, and sometimes when people are disrespectful, I just have zero tolerance for it.
I hear that. I saw something on the internet. This is probably a month ago that I never thought about or self-evaluated if I did it till I read it. And it said, I understand I'm fully grown now, because when I'm in the car driving and I can't see something very well and I'm trying to really see it better, I turn down my radio. I caught myself doing it many times since I read that.
That's funny. I don't listen to as loud music as I did when I was a kid, possibly because I can't hear it anyway, because of listening to loud music as a kid. But it reminds me of another tendency I have, that I don't know if it's old person or just for being a techie, right? You should think I'd know better, but I don't ever visit a website by typing in the URL www.mybank.com. I always Google it. I always have to Google the website, and then like, oh, there it is, as if I know what the website is. And I could go straight there, but instead I'm like, google.com, enter search bar. Now I'm looking for this.
I do the same thing. It's just, it's lazy. Can we be honest? It's what it is, but it's easier. And especially, I will say, half the time I'm doing that, I'm on my phone, right? And I get fumble fingers. And so there's some typos in there. So I don't want to have to backtrack in the URL. I just type in the gist of what I'm kind of looking for. Boop, there it is.
Yeah.
So
what's the best type of cheese? I already tell you, blue cheese is not it.
Havarti.
That's a hard white cheese, right?
It's a white cheese, but it's soft, and it's a great melting cheese. And it's one that's just, you can eat as is. It's versatile. It's amazing. Add it with cheddar on like a grilled cheese sandwich. Boom. Havarti cheese.
I wish I could remember the name, but there was a hard cheese that was something Kentucky, smoked Kentucky, but it wasn't smoked. It was like Smoky Mountain Kentucky, but it didn't have the smoky flavor. That my wife and I, there's a time in our life when date night consisted of we didn't have money to go out to eat, so we would go to the store and buy just the food we needed for the week. We would splurge by taking turns. One week we'd each take a turn on choosing a little slice of cheese from the cheese counter, because that was our splurge, right? We'd spend a couple bucks on cheese and we'd try a different cheese every time. But there was this Kentucky something that had little crystals in it, and I call them flavor crystals.
Kentucky Rose?
I don't know. It was, I wish I could find it, but we bought it that one time and never found it again. It was a little Smith's grocery store cheese counter. And it was
Kentucky
a hard
Blue.
It's not blue. It's not blue, whatever it was. I just know it might have been Kentucky was the brand. I don't know. But
okay.
it was little white cheese with little you'd bite it and then you'd feel these little crystals of flavor and texture. That was just amazing.
What about your teenage self embarrasses you the most?
My most embarrassing teenage moment is actually my most shameful teenage moment, and that's when I wanted to go watch the girl I was very interested in dance. She was in ballet. There was a performance in another school, and I had my sister give me a ride to that school so I could go watch her dance. And as I get out, she drops me off at like the parent pole in the parking lot, and she drops me off, and I go running in, and she goes to drive off. And as she's driving off, she crashed into the sports car in front of her. And I heard it, and I saw it, and I ran into the school and didn't do anything. I just left her on her own. And that was, I still to this day, I feel so bad about that. Because she's like, barely older than me. and pretty small as well. And this guy has this nice fancy red sports car that just got crashed into by a 1976 Ford Country Squire station wagon.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
It's pretty bad, huh?
that's rough.
Told you it was bad.
That's rough.
Uh-oh. What's the most ridiculous Wi-Fi name you've seen?
Ridiculous. I got to keep a few out of this conversation, I guess. But the one, but it's now completely overplayed. But it was funny back then. Was the FBI surveillance van?
That's my current one. That's my current name.
That's what my phone is.
It just says FBI. I don't say surveillance van.
Oh, mine's FBI surveillance. And every time we get in the car and it connects, and my wife's with me, she just starts laughing. She goes, "You're such a nerd." I'm like, this is like a 10-year-old joke that someone else started, which was really funny, but I went ahead and went with it anyways.
Yeah. Some people are saying I deserve to stir gravy longer after that. And that's my favorite Scott story. No, it was terrible. If I could turn back time and be a better me, I would. But yeah.
This is a fun one. What did you last Google?
eBay. Tonight during the show to look up the price of the orangutans.
You know what's crazy? Look at the comment that someone posted 2 years ago under the question from Adrian Scarlett in their answer.
Let's see.
It's question 6 for a reference.
I skipped way down ahead. There we go. Cheese.
What did I just Google? What you were talking about from Kentucky?
Cheese.
That's wild. Interesting.
This is why Google makes all their money. If we just learn how to spell website names, we would A, save time, and B, Alphabet would be like, other bankruptcy news.
They're done. Oh, let's see. If you could break any world record, what record would you want to break?
Longest time with the same password.
Really?
I think I already have that. I have one account, an email account that is it's all spam. I don't think anyone ever sends me anything legitimate on it, but I still keep it going to my phone to this day. It's the first email address I ever created on my own. It's a terrible, terrible name. I don't share it with anybody, but I still use the same password that was provided by default.
No, you did.
By default.
The EYD694WXY.
No, it was randomized, but I still use that same password on that.
Wow.
And that was from 1997.
Interesting.
It's a long time.
Speaking of cheese, since we were just right there, but do you know why they call it nacho cheese?
Because you put it on nachos, but
because it's not yours.
Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go find a brand new toothbrush and a full tube of the strongest toothpaste I can find. I'm going to spend the next 10-15 minutes scrubbing my tongue because this pot roast taste will not leave. It's like my tongue, every time I flex my tongue or move it or talk, pot roast just comes back. Awful. These are literally the worst products I've ever had in my life.
I don't say this often, but these suck.
So bad. And I love their soup. Please reach out to us, Progresso. If you've got something that you'd like us to try, we'd love to sponsor, have a sponsored segment on the show with something that we can, really stand behind and maybe eat two of without gagging.
Melissa, I forgive you for the jelly beans because these are the worst ever. The worst part is, though, Scott and I did this on our own.
We did.
We paid for these.
We thought it would be a good idea.
Scott enjoyed it. Not the soup drops, but the show and the hour. Thursday nights are always such a blast. So thanks so much for this and for all of you that tuned in to watch and come to hang out and chit chat with us. We love it. It's our favorite.
Appreciate it. Thomas, thank you once again for putting all this together. and look forward to doing this every week. You are a great friend and appreciate all you do for me and for the channel. All the best on your pickleball tournament this weekend.
Thank you. I appreciate
another trophy to the shelf.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, that'd be real good. Thank you. We'll be back in court with Corey Richens tomorrow morning. You guys have a great night. Thomas, you too. We'll see you.
You too. Thanks, Scott.